Okay, we're going to call this meeting to order. We could all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I was too fast. Mr. Scott, can you call the roll?
Mrs. Albright.
Here.
Mrs. Bell.
Here.
Mrs. Godfrey.
Here.
Mrs. Leone. Mr. Miller.
Here.
Mrs. Olson.
Here.
Mr. Scott here. Mr. Strobel.
Here.
And Mrs. Thompson.
Here.
We have 8 present.
Okay. I will remind everybody there's a sign in the back. In school building, you're supposed to have a mask on. So, moving on to procedures for public participation. Prepared statements that are to be read to the board should have a copy presented to the board president prior to their being addressed. Comments on agenda items can be made by rising and approaching the microphone, stating your name and address, and signing in on the sheet provided at the podium. You'll be granted up to 3 minutes to address the board. Your 3-minute time limit will start when you begin to speak. When 3 minutes are over, you'll be asked to be seated. Any item that is not on the agenda, as well as agenda items acted upon comments, will be made at the designated section at the end of the agenda. And hearing that, do we have any presentations by the public on agenda items for the special voting meeting? Okay, hearing none. Moving on to financial consent. Do I have a motion for item 2A1?
Make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. BCIU Special Ed Services. Any comments, questions, concerns for the administration? Hearing none. Can I get a vote?
Yes, Mr. Mrs. Bell.
Yes.
Mrs. Godfrey.
Yes.
Mrs. Leone. I guess I don't have to repeat.
That's okay.
Mr. Miller.
Yes.
Mr. Scott, yes. Mr. Strobel.
Yes.
Mrs. Thompson.
Yes.
Mrs. Olson.
Yes.
8 yes. Oh, and Mrs. Albright.
Yes.
All right. 8 yeses.
All right. Moving on to personnel consent items. We have 3A1 through 4.
I'll make that motion.
Okay. Do I have a second?
I'll make it.
Mr. Scott? Comments, questions, concerns? Okay, hearing none. Can we get a vote?
Yep. Mrs. Bell.
Yes.
Mrs. Godfrey.
Yes.
Goodness myself. Mr. Miller.
Yes.
Mr. Scott, yes. Mr. Sherrill.
Yes.
Mrs. Thompson.
Yes.
Mrs. Olson.
Yes.
And Mrs. Albright.
Yes.
Okay. 8 yeses.
All right. Moving on to program consent items. Let's take 4A1 on its own. Do I have a motion for that?
I'll make that motion.
Mr. Scott and Mr. Strobel is second.
Yes.
Comments, questions, concerns? Can I get a vote?
Absolutely. Mrs. Bell.
Yes.
Mrs. Godfrey.
Yes.
Mr. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Scott, yes. Mr. Strobel,
Yes.
Mrs. Thompson,
Yes.
Mrs. Olson,
Yes.
and Mrs. Albright.
Yes.
Okay, so can I get a motion for 4A2?
I'll make it.
And the second was Ms. Bell? Is that right? Oh, Ms. Godfrey, I'm sorry.
Ms.
Second
Godfrey?
was Ms. Godfrey.
Right.
Okay, any comments, questions, concerns from anybody? I mean, we can let this go without any discussion, but if you want some discussion, we can have it now. Okay. Take a vote? Oh,
Right.
I thought you said hold on.
I'm sorry, I was just reading.
Oh, okay.
It's okay, I'm good.
Okay.
Go ahead and vote.
Yep.
Okay. Mrs. Bell,
Yes.
Mrs. Godfrey,
Yes.
Mr. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Scott, yes. Mr. Strobel,
Yes.
Mrs. Thompson,
Yes.
Mrs. Olson,
Yes.
and Mrs. Albright.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. 8 yeses.
Okay. We have this listed for adjournment. Do we need to have public comment at the end?
I don't think so. Not in a voting meeting?
Here.
I don't believe so, unless
Okay.
you're going to grant it.
Now, if any, we don't have a comment period at the end of this meeting. We do have another meeting after this. If you have comments to make on that, any of the votes that we just made, you can do that at the end of the next part of the meeting. That's fine with me. So, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So
I'll make that.
that was the policy that you just voted on?
Yeah.
Okay. So we do have comment. You want
Uh,
us to wait until the next meeting?
I mean,
We're going
I know
right
you
into
voted.
we're going right into the next meeting. So, I mean, we're not going anywhere. So, yeah, that's fine. Is that okay?
I made the first motion.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Do we have a second?
Okay. Meeting adjourned.